Hey everyone, Plinplon here. Today I am back with a different type of video than what I typically do. It's that time of the year, it's time to replay the Souls games, but I was just thinking to myself, I could do the basic cheese video on pyromancy, magic, giant dad for Dark Souls 1, but honestly there is a much simpler way to just break the game right off the bat, and you technically don't need to defeat any bosses. Now stay with me, okay? I'm going to show you how to do it without defeating any bosses. It does require a certain item. So, when we start off, we're going to pick the Thief class. I'm sure we know why. It's black fire bombs. And I'll show you why we're going to pick both these in a second. Now, customize your character. This is my default character right here. I always make that bob red hair. And beautiful character name. Don't care what anyone says, but pretty basic. You're just going to progress to the beginning asylum area as you would typically do for a playthrough. Grab the key and get out of there, hightail out of there. Next thing you're going to do is no-hit, easy, first try the asylum demon. Ignore that. Also ignore that. But yeah, just the reason we're defeating the asylum demon is we're going to need a lot of cash money moolah later in the video, and this is an easier way to get some souls. It's not different, and I did plan on selling the demon's great hammer, and I decided not to. Not that I thought it'd make it easier, just for the sole fact that I forgot. Anywho's, just progress through the area, go visit Lemon to get your Estus and your keys, because when you defeat the Asylum Demon that way, or if you decide to defeat him like an absolute Shad with just the broken straight sword hilt, then you get the Estus and the Big Pilgrim and Undead Asylum keys from him. Progress normally that you would back to Firelink Shrine, get a ride from Schnuffles, you know how it is, and you're going to hit up the bonfire while you're here. After arriving in Firelink Shrine, you're going to hit up the bonfire. Then we're going to go grab some humanities, because why the heck not? You need humanities in a playthrough. You're going to run up here, and we're going to get to the graveyard area. In the graveyard area, there are 2 consumable soul items. One here by all these skeletons, and there'll be another one in another area with around some more skeletons. There's also going to be a wing spear over in this area. And unfortunately, in this video, we are not grabbing Giant Dad weapon. We are just ditching that, leaving that behind. Look at me pass it right there. I know. Has to be done, though. It's not needed for today. And now we're going to pop these souls, not drop them. We're going to pop these. Boom. Look at that money spread. Progression from here is quite normal. You're going to make it to where the dragon is, or the drake, sorry. Just defeat all these enemies, get to the next bonfire. Kill everything in your way. Pretty basic. You're going to need to farm up 20,000 souls. If you really want, you could soul dupe. Not my biggest thing I like to do. I will soul dupe if I need to buy something, but not the level. I think that's pretty lame. But yeah, just from here, progression's quite normal. You know how it is. And I'm looking through the notes, and apparently I stopped my recording. So we're going to run. I'm going to show you how to run through this entire area, how to get here, for if you somehow don't know how to get here. And there's me stopping to realize I stopped recording. But yeah. I'm a little bit of an idiot, but this is run through area. You can either try to fight the tree creatures, but I'm telling you right now, with the beginning dagger you get, it's not the easiest thing on the planet. They're also not bleedable, so that's the one thing I love about the knife in the starting class of the thief is the bleed buildup, because the damage is terrible, but when you get that bleed proc, it makes my day every time. But yeah, just progress through here. We are not grabbing the crest shield. Because for this build, you honestly, it wouldn't hurt to have it. I don't think that you need it. And then just run past over here. Don't get vibe checked from the Hydra. And then run in here. Peek through. Do not get vibe checked from Havel either, unless it's going to be a pancake. Not a man cake, but a pancake. And yeah, just progress normally how you would back to the normal Undead Berg area. Boom, look at that. Now we're going to run back. All the way back. Yeah, just... Don't get vibe checked from Havel. Bring him up there. It's crazy to think that that's not even Havel, just an acolyte of Havel. We don't know what happened to the real Havel. Based off of assumption. Probably dead. Armor's, chest up. Speaking of that armor is actually debatably the best armor in the game, at least for poise-wise. I mean, if you throw that armor on, you don't even have to fight Gwen via parrying or anything. Gwen is actually quite cheesable. I'm playing Plinplon himself, but Gwen is quite cheesable. If you just hit him with that one pyromancy over and over, it stuns him, and he just dances around it. Or if you just throw on Havel armor. Fortunately, they patched in the remaster in like 1.1. On the normal Dark Souls, you can't do the ninja flip Havel anymore. And here's me doing a Yui in a second, because I realized this is not the next area that we need to go to. But I did come back for the soul item, because few souls is better than none. All the enemies at the beginning area that you try to farm is just horrendous. I'm running back over here. We're going to make it to our favorite blacksmith, Andre. You could try to fight this Titanite demon. I decided not to. He's also definitely not Chris Kyle. Look at that. You can't shoot for crap. Yeah, run up here. Pay a quick little visit to Andre if you really want. There he is. There's our boy. And then pop the soul items. See where we're at. And we're halfway there just about. Run up here and tag that next bonfire. You know how it is. In this part, I just farm the enemies. You know how it is. Gotta get them souls. Gotta get a lot of souls, actually. So I just started killing all the dudes around here and the guts wannabes inside of the temple there. Then I went down and got this shortcut to this bonfire. Also because if you run back up, you can get the souls from every time the Drake kills the guys on the bridge. But I just need to get under there, inside of there for that next bonfire, because there is a certain enemy we're going to kill up here, hopefully kill. I mean, it drops alluring skulls in this area for a reason. You're supposed to kill that enemy, but there's an easier way of doing it with the alluring skulls. I mean, and I say easier, and I'm terrible at the game, and I think this way is quite easy, but it's got to wait for the Drake to drop down, run past under him, hopefully not get lit on fire. We will come back for some of these items later, but as of now, just run and tag that bonfire, open up that shortcut, boom, straight to the left, pull the lever, and then right up from here, we're gonna get this boar, and we're gonna make him run into this fire over and over. And if you still got some of them black fire bombs from earlier, I recommend using those on him. And then jump the guys that are protecting him. As you could already tell, I killed some of them. Don't walk in the fire yourself. Fire doesn't feel very good. And look at him go. He just gonna keep trying to ram into you. He's gonna walk away. Typically, he'll always walk back in the fire. Here's me now equipping the black fire bombs, or using the black fire bombs. If I didn't waste those two earlier, I'd have more to do this. But you shouldn't need that many. It should just be this ones. But yeah, just keep rinse, repeat until he's dead. He also drops quite a bit of souls, more than most enemies in the area. Unfortunately, he does not respawn. But if you also get lucky, even though I never do, you might get the boar helmet. Oh my god, speak of the devil, the boar helmet. I went back and upgraded a broadsword. It's my preferred weapon if I'm just playing for fun. I'm not sure why, even in Elden Ring, it's my preferred weapon. I beat the game with nothing but the starting class of the knights, so I've beat the game with nothing but the broadsword. I do believe it's a quality weapon, but I always just level up strength just in case I want to swap weapons later on. But I kept progressing the area, killing all the enemies, the channeler guys, just getting all the souls in the area. Then we're going to go up here, defeat the Guts wannabe Balder armor enemy, and we're going to make it to our favorite Lotrek, because that's the first ring that we need for this build. Pretty simple ring. Everyone knows what this ring is. I'm sure most people use this ring throughout all their playthroughs. So come up here, and you're going to first try Lotrek. We're going to ignore the fact he's already out of his cell, because me getting defeated by Lotrek, never. Could never be me. Lotrek decided to mog and stand down there. It was aura farming on me, so... An easy way to kill Lotrek, if you don't really want to do this, is you could just keep making him fall down there. I like plunge attacking him. I don't know why, but landing a backstab on this guy is... I got so lucky. I think I land a few here. I never get to. Lotrek's just so jittery, like he moves all the time, that I just never get a chance to stab him in the back. But I also respect him for using dual shoulders. That is, it's pretty freaking cool. I wish he wasn't evil, and someone you could be a buddy later on, but no. We free him, then he repays us by killing our Firelink Shrine Keeper, so that's cool, man. Though, I guess letting her die and reviving her later on, you know, she gets her ability to talk back, which, I mean, I think talking's pretty cool. I mean, I've been yapping for 10 minutes now, but yeah, just rinse, repeat, bring them up, down, heavy attack, get them down, you know how it is, or do this cool aura farming backstab, kick them off, heavy attack, falls, plunge. Boom, look at that. And this is the first ring of this build. The Ring of Favor and Protection, the FAP ring. I always put it on my right side because if I ever have to go and swap the hotkey, boom, I just remove that. But we go back by the crest of Artorias, come back over to the Darkroot Basin bonfire, the secret run behind the walls, super secret. Boom, pop that crest of Artorias, run through. We are going to join the Cat Covenant. Don't need the ring, just join the Covenant for the sole fact that I like coming through here and not getting attacked by all the dudes, and it's nice to have Shiva as a merchant, though I typically kill him later on because his armor set is awesome, the Eastern Traveler armor set, but that's not the armor set we're talking about today. We're going to run up here, talk to the Cat Covenant. I just spam through it. I at this point, we have all probably played the game enough that we don't need to listen to what they got to say, but abandon the former Covenant that I'm not in. Boom. Grab that. Grab the ring. Run down. As you can see right there, there is our treasure. Look at me. I'm all excited. And I run the wrong way. I haven't played this game in a while. Then we're going to run over here. And we're going to claim our prize of all this work that we've done. It's finally going to pay off. Boom, stone armor set. Now we're going to travel back through, and this is the final ring we're going to need for this. I was able to pass the vibe check from Havel, fortunately, but an easy way of defeating Havel is either just backstabbing him, or if you don't mind taking the damage yourself, you bring him upstairs with you, and you just jump off the ledge, and you can rinse and repeat, and just keep doing that with them. Havel does like the block, and then when you try to get a swing in is when he'll go for his attack where he hammers down at you. I feel like we all know that by now, but yeah, me and him were just playing Ring Around a Rosie. Boom, goes for his hammer attack. I go for another backstab, and then I finish him off with a stab to the back after making him fall off the ledge with me numerous times. We could have defeated him earlier to get the money, just wasn't confident, and honestly, I mean, he's not hard to defeat anyways. But this is the armor. The physical defense and the poise on this armor is really high. For example, the giant armor has 91 poise. The armor set that we are currently rocking has 100 poise. The one thing about the giant armor is that its physical defense is a lot higher, but the issue with the giant armor is that's like 3/4 of the game from now, or maybe halfway through the game from now. We can't get that right off the bat. Not only that, but Havel's armor has 121 poise. That is debatably the armor segment, the best armor in the game. Though people argue when you upgrade the Giant's armor to +5, physical defense is just absolutely insane. But the Giant's armor, you know, we're not Giant that day, we're just the stone armor guy. But again, you can get the stone armor, if you get the Master Key, right off the bat, 0 bosses. Yes, it might be a little difficult to do so, but we did it. I did it. I'm trash at the game. Anyways, both those other armor sets, you have to get the Anor Londo and defeat all those bosses from there. So, pick and choose how you want, but this right off the bat, I've even defeated Gwyn in this. I also especially love, I always grab this armor set when I'm fighting Capra Demon. I hate that boss. And this armor set I completely washed straight through Capra Demon with this. And there are 0 Capra Demon enjoyers out there. Not only that, but if you get the 32 endurance without the Havel ring, you can roll, medium roll with this armor. So, really all from here, your build is what you want it to be. I always do a strength, faith build typically. That's my go-to for every game besides Dark Souls 3. I will always be Dex in that game, but your build from whatever you want from here. The world is your oyster. You got the stone armor, tank just about any hit in the game, besides like Taurus Demon, Asylum Demon, but that's just because they're bigger bosses, huge weapons. Even then though, the physical defense with this is, there's just nothing that tops it. Unless you were wanting to farm the giant stone enemies in the area where you get this armor, but you can't upgrade that armor. You can upgrade this, you can reinforce this. But yeah, That's going to do it for today's video. This is how fast you can get hard in Dark Souls 1 without seeing Priscilla or trying to get that in Orlando. Without any further ado, my name is Plinplon Warrior. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.